Hey everybody, it's Michelle, and I am here today to answer some of your questions that came through. And we are covering like a super wide variety of topics. So I want to just wish you a happy Friday, and I hope that you have some great weekend plans. For those of you who have been affected by the hurricane on the East Coast, the nor'easter that came through and all of that, those that have power, know that you are being prayed for, and those that don't have power won't see this, but you're being prayed for as well. So I'm going to jump into some of the questions. Most of them are, fitness related and whatnot. So one of the first ones that I'm going to tackle is, again, it's about shoes. And I get a lot of questions about shoes, lots about bras. Make sure that your shoes are built for your sport and make sure that they fit well. So basically, if you go and have your, you go to Academy or, On the Run or whatever, Sports Authority, whatever, wherever you go, go try on the shoes, make sure that they fit. Your shoes, there's no such thing as breaking in athletic shoes. So make sure that they fit, because the question was, how do you know if your athletic shoes are the right shoes for you? They need to fit. You don't need to go any more than half a size up, but that's mostly for running. Any kind of stability exercises, you should usually have a snug fit, and make sure that they're comfortable. Do a few lunges in the store, do a little jumping in the store, make sure that it's comfortable for your sport, and that will ensure that you have the right shoe for you. And you should also, if you're very active, you're going to be replacing your shoes every 3 to 6 months. So normally what I do is I try to hit them when they're on sale or clearance, and I'll buy a few pair, and that way I just rotate through, and that way they last a little bit longer. A little bit. Okay, I hate to run, so what is a good alternative for cardio? You don't have to run to get your cardio. I mean, I think that's a farce. It is a farce and a lie. So you can do anything else that suits you. You can, do kickboxing. You can walk, honestly. You just have to push yourself in your walk and walk fast. Another thing that I really love, I'm really digging, are those walking poles that they sell, which involves a little more upper body, so it helps slim out the upper body, but your arms are connected directly to your heart, so that actually helps. You can also, walk upstairs. You can run stairs. I have several clients who aren't runners, who have 2-story houses, and they do stair runs for about 20 minutes a day, and it's awesome. So, figure out something. You can dance, put on some jams and dance, but get your heart rate up, and make sure that anytime you're in a cardio, you want to hang out. When you're warming up, you're at an RPE, a rate of perceived exertion, of maybe a 2 or 3, nothing major. But when you're actually working, you want to be between 6 and 8. 6 is kind of your recovery, and 8 is where you're pushing it to the limit. If you jump into 9, yay you can pull it back down. But if you're carrying on the latest gossip for the whole week with your friend while y'all are walking, you aren't working hard enough. That's just social time. So make sure that you're just pushing yourself. Let's see. How do you feel about CrossFit? Is it a good workout? Okay. CrossFit is a workout. I mean, it is. I've done it. It's, you'll be huffing and puffing, and it's a workout. So, yes, it is a workout. From the corrective exercise point of view, the 2 most popular workouts, which are at the moment mostly, especially around this area, are CrossFit and Zumba. And those are actually the 2 that also present the most muscle imbalances. And so be careful. Be very, very careful. In CrossFit, it's moves, and then you've got 45 seconds to complete this move, sometimes less, sometimes more, depending on the workout. And you're going as fast as you can to, lift this weight, haul this load, do this, so many chin-ups, so many squats, all of that. Make sure whenever you go to a CrossFit facility, you can go to CrossFit.com, or you can look up your facility just, through Google, and it should take you. They need to be CrossFit certified. Every teacher there. So whoever's name is on the roster for teaching, they need to be listed with CrossFit as a certified teacher. If they're not, do not go, because it's just a safety factor. They should be watching form. They should be really implementing form, and it's more about, it's kind of that fine line between a class and your own workout, because everybody is working at their own tempo, their own speed, and you need to make sure that you're getting the proper form in, though, because you will get muscle imbalances, and CrossFit has presented quite a few on my end of things, that the clients that I've seen, and the corrective exercise clients that I've had to help with those specific muscle imbalances. CrossFit people are also, they're kind of a breed in and of themselves. So I understand the draw to it, because it's kind of like getting in the clique at school. You feel like you're like cool because you're hanging out at CrossFit. What's a WOD? And are you paleo? Is that paleo? And what are you doing for pre-workout? Which always cracks me up, because a pre-workout supplement and the paleo diet do not go together. But whatever. Hey, you're moving. So it's an athletic style workout. If you're more into trying to shape your body into a specific way, so like me, I have a flat butt, so I have to work to build my butt up. I'm sorry, that's like probably way too much information, but that's my ideal. CrossFit doesn't work for me on that end because of the speed and stuff. So it's knowing what works for you and what you're after. CrossFit has made tremendous they've brought a lot to the fitness world, because they're allowing people who never thought they would be athletes to be athletes. And I think that's really cool, because once you feel like an athlete, you're usually going to put a little more out there. You're going to bring a little bit more to the table. And for that, I am very grateful. So that's my thing. It's a good workout, but be careful. Make sure your instructor is completely certified. Make sure every instructor there is certified. Make sure that you're getting, most CrossFit places that are certified will offer a free training session, like one free training session with the trainer. You can always buy more if you're like really confused, but and that's usually a good sign that they're legit. So just kind of check all that out. So that's my long spiel about CrossFit. Also, okay, what is the best protein, casein, or whey? What's your preference? Okay, there's no best on those. It's just one digests a little differently. Whey is it digests a little faster. It can be used either pre or post workout, and it can also, you can cook with it a little easier. Casein, to me, this is just me, my casein protein powders, I can't do protein pancakes and stuff with that. And with whey, it seems a little easier. I don't know. So whey is a little more versatile. Casein, I do have a big tub, and mine's from Optimum Nutrition. It's just a big tub of casein protein, and I usually do that, especially on a heavy, like today was my butt and leg day. So tonight, before I go to bed, about 30 minutes before I go to bed, I will have some casein protein, and it's just because it's slower digesting, and it's going to help feed and rebuild those muscles while I'm sleeping. So that's the difference. One is not better than the other. I would recommend, especially if you're trying to build muscle, having both of them on hand. It doesn't mean you have to drink both every day or every 4 hours or whatever. There's not one better than another. Make sure that you're getting enough protein in your diet. That's specifically for my ladies. Ladies, we tend to go a little light on protein, so make sure that you're getting enough. And protein shakes are a good way to get more protein in your diet without overloading on calories, because they're generally, if your protein shake, by the way, is more than 300 calories, honey, something's wrong. Okay, it should be 100 to 180 at the most. It's more of a snack. I don't really like to use protein shakes as a meal. So if you're adding like tons of fruit and all of that to it, just scale back. Either take the fruit out or take your portion down. Make sure that you're, watching how much water you take in, especially because the more protein you take in, the more water you're going to want to take in, because it's going to help everything just work better generally. All right, last question is, do you have any meal plans for gluten intolerances or gluten allergies. I think I might have one. Okay. Yes, I do. No, I don't put them out there. And you know, you probably know I don't put a ton of meal plans on the website, and I have my own reasons for that. One is anybody can take them. I mean, anybody, you know, any trainer from over the world can just take my meal plan and slap their name on it and give it to any client. And I think each client needs their own meal plan. There's not one blanket meal plan that works for everybody. Now, let's discuss gluten for just a moment. If you think you have, because here's my thing, sometimes there is too much information floating around. You have to weed through. If you think you have a gluten allergy, go to your doctor, get a referral to a registered dietitian. If they can't find anything in a blood test, then you're going to go to a registered dietitian, and they will start walking you through the process of assessing whether or not you do indeed have a gluten intolerance or allergy. Those things are two very different things. If you have a gluten allergy, there usually will not be a question. There won't be, you won't be like, I think I might have a gluten. No, honey, you will know, okay? It is painful. It is, it's usually associated with celiac disease, and it's not anything that you would have any lingering kind of, oh, I don't know, possibly. Now, an intolerance can sometimes present itself a little softer, but usually you'll know. So a lot of times, you know, I get this question a lot because people say, well, I was reading online, and that's a red flag for me. But they'll say, I was reading online and I have all these symptoms. If you look at gluten intolerance symptoms, you can actually mark, I mean, if you look at you know, colon cancer symptoms, you can honestly go, oh my gosh, I might have that because I have a lot of those symptoms. Duh, okay, there's, you know, symptoms overlap. So make sure you're talking to your doctor. Do not self-diagnose, and I am the world's worst at that. So, you know, I'm trying to come, you know, and preach to the choir about that, because you know, go to your doctor, get it assessed, and then if you do indeed have a gluten intolerance or a gluten allergy, then you should be seeing a registered dietitian or a nutritionist that specializes in that. And that is because they will put you on a meal plan that will work for you, because a lot of times the mistake that people make is they just buy everything, because we have gluten-free everything now, but it's mostly sweets, and they're overloading on sugars. And the majority of this gastrointestinal issues and belly fat issues can be fixed just by cleaning up your diet. Get the processed junk out, ditch the sugar, and up your vegetables, and that's going to change a lot. So hopefully that answered a lot of questions. I think I only got through 4 or 5. I have some more, but I'll get to those later. And until I see you next time, go out, enjoy the weather, and have a healthy day.